Your biggest business problem may not actually be the problem. You say you want to build a profitable physiatry practice, but every time you're ready to take the next step, your mind creates another emergency. What if our reimbursement keeps falling? What if I can't find enough patients? What if my employer finds out? What if another physiatrist launches first? Here's the uncomfortable truth. Some of those concerns are legitimate business problems. Others are simply spinning worries, wearing a white coat and pretending to be strategic planning. The difference matters because real problems require action. Spinning worries only require your attention, and the more attention you give them, the stronger they become. Confuse the two, and you could spend 5 years preparing for a practice you could have started in 5 months. As physiatrists, we're trained to anticipate complications, reduce risk, avoid preventable mistakes. That's exactly what makes us exceptional physicians. But in business, that same mindset can quietly become a cage. Not because you're thinking too much, but because you're solving the wrong problem. A real business problem always has a next action. If you don't understand billing, schedule a meeting with a healthcare billing specialist. If you're unsure whether your market needs another physiatrist, complete a referral and competitor analysis. Gather the data, then make a decision. If startup capital is the obstacle, calculate your minimum viable budget. Explore financing. Consider starting lean. Those are real problems. Now compare that with a spinning worry. What if I fail? What if people think I'm not ready? What if my practice never becomes successful? Those questions don't have permanent answers. So instead, you keep researching, attending webinars, buying another course, reorganizing the same business plan. That isn't preparation. It's procrastination with CME credits. Meanwhile, the shortage of physiatrists continues to grow. Patient demand continues to increase. Documentation requirements continue to expand. Administrative burdens continue to rise. At the same time, many employed physicians are watching reimbursements decline, while hospital systems and management companies gain more control over schedules, referrals, and professional income. Waiting doesn't protect you from those changes. It actually leaves you more exposed to them. The world keeps moving, whether you do or not. Every year spent spinning may represent lost revenue, lost autonomy, lost referral relationships, and lost business experience that compounds over time. Meanwhile, the colleague you assumed was less qualified opens the practice, learns through experience, and eventually becomes the trusted authority in your market. That feeling you get when you see their success isn't always jealousy. Sometimes it's recognition. You know you're capable of more. Here's a question that changed the way I think. What would I do today if I fully believed this concern? If there's a concrete answer, do it. If the answer is nothing, I just keep feeling afraid. You're probably spinning. Write the concern down. Separate the actionable problem from the emotional loop, then take the smallest meaningful step. I don't know how to start can become choose one service line. Identify 10 referral sources. Estimate startup expenses. Schedule one business strategy session. A problem with the next step is no longer a monster. It's simply a task. Physicians don't need another voice telling them to hustle harder. They need freedom from the belief that employment is their only safe option. They need a vision of practicing medicine with greater ownership, greater flexibility, greater purpose, and greater impact. After more than a decade building and operating physiatry services, I've learned something. Clarity rarely arrives before action. Clarity is usually the reward for action. So what's the one concern keeping you from building your profitable physiatry practice? Write it down, find the next step, then stop spinning and start building. If you know a physiatrist who's been thinking about starting for the past 3 years, share this with them. Because the future isn't built by physicians who wait until every question is answered. It's built by the ones who take the next step anyway.